And you had mentioned about the myths and misconceptions around finances and financial literacy. What would you say has been the impact of Centonomy in pretty much debunking some of the things we actually think are gospel truth, when in reality it's actually hurting us in our pockets?
Listen, this is a personal question, because we have been ascribed some molds by the society that we need to conform to. You get, even me personally, before I joined Centonomy, there's some things that I knew as the gospel truth. Until now I got into class and I realized, hey, I need to learn a lot about this. And I'll give you two. One of them is, you've heard a lot of people saying investment is for the wealthy. You know, so you'll start earning money, and then now you look down on your 30,000 shillings or your 50,000 shillings instead of investing it, and that's something that we really need to talk about, because like I said, there's the monetary policies, the concept of compounded returns. The earlier you start investing, the better it will be. Your value, the 5,000 shillings you have now, the value it has right now will not be the same 30, 40 years from now. So then these are some of the things that people talk about. I'll start investing when I earn 6 figures. I mean, it doesn't really make sense, you know, and as Centonomy, we recognize that this is something that really needs to address, and we challenge this myth now with practical insights and strategies in class, so that you are able now to look at it from a whole different perspective. The other thing is about debt. When we were growing up, we were being told that debt is always bad. You know, don't take out loans, debt is always bad. But can you, good debt. Yeah, but there's good debt, you know. Can you generate wealth with just an income? No, you really have to take risks. And that's one thing we talk about in class, goal-based investments. And one of the things is you need to incorporate the use of good debt. So then how does that work? Once you understand that, then now you know there's good debt. So then how do I use good debt to generate wealth? So these are some of the myths and misconceptions that we debunk in class, so that you're able now to see things from a whole different perspective and incorporate the learnings into your personal life or into your business.
And you have given the model of, for example, a person in their 20s earning all of 30,000. And this is before tax, before all those deductions. So maybe at the end of the day, they're going home with all of 25,000. And you're telling this person, you need to start investing. But once they, you know, pay rent, utilities, and all of these other things, they are left with all of nothing. So now how do you convince such a person that it is possible for you and your small income to actually be able to make investments?
Let me tell you, there's always money. People always have money. Even with that 30,000 shillings, ata ikikatwa and it gets around 25,000, there's a tool and framework that we give out in class. It's called the spending tracker and the budget and personal balance sheet. Where now you sit down and say, oh, cool, with my 30,000, how much is going here, how much is going, you'll realize how much money you lose along the way. I'll give you an example. We were doing some training somewhere and realized a lot of people spend a lot of money on skiza tunes.
Really?
Yes. Yes. So people will say, I have like 10 skiza tunes. For what?
Wow, that is very unexpected, actually.
For what? You know, you're going to work. Instead of carrying food, you're buying food. You know, so these are some of the habits, bad habits that people have developed over a period of time, and it affects them now financially. So now with these tools, you're able to know, cool. So out of the 25,000, once I remove all my expenses, and that's the other thing about expenses, there's the fixed expense and there's the variable, you know. Once you're able now to categorize and know, I can't do without this, so I have to take care of this quickly. You'll realize that you have some bit of money left. And the thing is, don't look down on that 1,000 shilling that is left, or that 500 shilling.
And say it's too little.
Yes, don't say that is too little. That is a conduit that you can use to start in your investment journey, and you'll be surprised how much money that the 500 shilling will accumulate over a period of time. So invest. Start building your investments. Start saving, actually. Start balancing your investment, and just develop a very healthy money habit as early as possible, because now it will carry you over a long period of time.
Awesome. And Centonomy has been in the business for all of 14 years. That is obviously over a decade. And over time, things change, systems change, the money market changes. So now how are you able to stay relevant over time? Because the same principles you were using when you started in year 1 cannot be the same principles and teachings that you're using at year 14. So now how do you stay relevant?
You know, we are also a learning organization. In as much as we dispense knowledge, we're also learning ourselves. So there's always a lot of ongoing research that we do to ensure that whatever information we give out in class is relevant, up to date, and accurate.